All right, today we're welcomed with Patrick Hennessy, New Heights customer. Thanks for joining us, Patrick. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you live, and why you love living here?
Hello, world. My name is Patrick Hennessy. I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I am a sign language interpreter and the pastor of a deaf church. I love living here because Green Bay is a city, but it's not a big city, and it's great for raising kids.
Very true. I grew up here, so I love it here too. Can you just tell us a little bit about your experience with New Heights? What was going on with your roof that you were looking for help?
Yeah, so I had a what we call a life group for our church, and a manager. I actually wasn't looking for help at all. There was a manager from New Heights who was there and noticed that my bathroom was dripping water. And they said they wanted to do something for me because I was a pastor. And of course, I was like, no, 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 we pay for it. I'm Polish and I'm proud and everything. And they said, no, no, we'll do something. But how about this? We'll send our workers over there and we'll fix it for you. But if you don't mind putting a sign, a New Heights sign in your front yards for advertisement, that would be great. And I said, oh, of course. Well, thank you so much. And the next day they came over and fixed the leak and our bathroom was back up and I put the sign out there. And a few days later, we left and we went to Mexico. My wife's family's from Mexico. So it was a wedding. So we went down there. And lo and behold, there was a storm in Green Bay. And in our backyard, we have the fourth oldest oak tree in Green Bay. I happen to know that because the neighbor worked for the DNR and told us it was the fourth oldest. But what we didn't know is that this tree, so here's our house, this tree that was right behind us from, like, the last 8 feet of it was hollow. I didn't know this.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we were in Mexico, and the right wind came and everything, and the tree fell on our house. We got a picture from a neighbor across the street, and the tree fell and engulfed our house, and the power lines got hit, and
Must have been really big.
yeah, the police the fire department came, police line do not cross. You couldn't even see the house. It was just like all tree, but we were in Mexico for about a week and a half still. So I didn't quite know, when those things come, we just take them as they come. So the neighbor texted us and I said, okay. And so I wanted to come up with a plan, and the picture that the neighbor sent happened to have the New Heights roofing sign on it that we just put out from fixing the leak. So it was just a matter of me scrolling up, and I had the phone number of New Heights from Mexico. So I called New Heights and I said, hey, we got some guys coming to remove the tree, and we'd love to have you guys come and help us with a roof. We had some serious damage. There's a big hole. All the trusses were broken and everything. So it took a few days to remove it. Insurance ended up paying something like $40,000 to remove the tree and the wood to have it removed. And as soon as the tree was removed, almost instantly, New Heights started working. And they were some of the hardest workers that I saw. They started early in the morning and went till late at night, like 7 or 8 at night. And they rebuilt all of the trusses, redid all the roof. The roof was much better afterwards than before the tree fell.
That's awesome.
Had it all done. And I think, if I remember right, 2 days and maybe 3 days. In fact, our neighbors, it was a comparison between how long the tree fell out. It was on our house. We've become known. My kids still sell Girl Scout cookies as the house that the tree fell on because it was sitting on our house for a week and a half
Wow.
because we were in Mexico, and it didn't rain too that whole week and a half, which was just wonderful. The week and a half that was on the house compared to the 2 days that it took to rebuild the trusses and redo the whole roof with a crew full of hardworking guys, it was very noticeable. So a lot of my neighbors commented and said, hey, those were some of the most hardworking guys that I've seen. I can't believe they did it so quick and did such a good job. So that's my story. The roof's still up and it's been working well for us.
Well, that is so good to hear. That's wonderful. So you saw the crews working and they were just going at it right away. I've heard that a lot from people that they're really hardworking and just really easy to work with.
Yeah, yeah. They stopped, had a distance, from us as workers, but we took it our initiative. We invited them in for lunch and everything.
I'm sure they appreciated that a lot. All right. If your family or friends or somebody was, curious that they needed help with their roof, what would you tell them about New Heights?
I tell them the same thing I just told you, that as soon as we needed help in an emergent situation, they were there very quickly, got it done very promptly, and do such a good job. So I am very satisfied with how New Heights has treated me as a customer. Our roof is still intact, and I'm very thankful to New Heights.